Bhagwan Ram says, Sir, you have told two stories, two ways. First, Prana Spanda Nirodhena, and second, Vasana Vilayodaye, by the control of the pranas and by controlling the Vasana formation. These are the two techniques you have told. Prana Spanda Nirodhena, Vasana Vilayodaye, Jivan Mukta Pade Brahman, Vada Vishramyate Katham. How one is able to attain the Jivan Mukti, how one is able to get established in this experience of liberation while alive by these two techniques, Pranaspanda Nirodhena and Vasana Vilayodaye. How it is possible, please tell. Now here Vasishtha is giving us something very important. Samsara tarne yukti yoga shabdena kathyate tam vidhi dvi prakaram tvam chittopashama dharminim atmadhyana prakarotha prananam sanyamastatha. Now what is the yoga? Yoga shabdena kathyate. Now see, it is Vasishtha's definition of yoga. Samsara tarne yukti, that knack, that yukti, that technique by which we are able to transcend the relative existence. Samsara tarne yukti, yoga shabdena kathyate. This is what is called as yoga. Chitta vritti nirodha yoga is not accepted to Vasishtha ji. Same thing Bhagwan Krishna doesn't accept. Bhagwan Krishna says, be happy. That is yoga. Samsara tarane yukti yoga shabdena kathyate tam vidhi dvi prakaram tvam. Now these technique of living in the relative world and yet not getting influenced by the relative world, this can be achieved in two ways. Tam vidhi dvi prakaram. Two ways. Which are those? Chittopashama dharminim. First, take care of your mind. Meaning what? Work on the mind. We can start working on the mind only if we have decided that the real spiritual practice is freedom from body identification. In the language of the Kundalini, the lower three chakras, those who have risen above, Mooladhara chakra, body identification, Swadhisthana chakra, desires of the worldly things, Kamana, and Manipur chakra is the greed. He who has risen above body identification, therefore desires, and therefore the greed, he who has risen above, now he has entered the Anahat chakra where he starts working on the mind. So when we start working on the mind, then we have entered the Chittopashama yoga. Now you are working on the technique by which we are working directly on the mind. We are no more complaining about the mind. Those who are identified with the body, those who are unable to fulfill their desires, or those who have greed, they have only complaints about the mind. They don't work on the mind. A real seeker is born when he or she starts working on the mind. We have to learn this simple and important thing in our life, that we have to work on our mind. If we don't work on our mind, the mind will take us for a ride. Okay? Like the small kids, if they are not disciplined right in the childhood, then they will start taking us for a ride. So, samsara tarane yukti yoga shabdena katyate tam vidhi dvi prakaram tvam chittopashama dharminim. And then we start working on the Chitta Upashama. They start working and understanding. See? Samo upayo shastroktau nunam eka phalapradau asadhya kasyachid yoga kasyachid jnana nishchayaha. For some, yoga is difficult to practice and impossible to practice, and for some, jnana nishchayaha, they are unable to be contemplative and understand. Mama tva abhimato rama susadhyo jnana nishchayaha tayoho jnanam tava proktam yogo yam prochate shuno. Mama tu abhimataha rama susadhyo jnana nishchayaha. Hey Ram, according to my understanding, the practice of knowledge is easier to practice. Who is telling? Vasishtha ji. If Patanjali has to tell, he will say, Mama tu abhimatama susadhyo pranayamaha. Ya prana bandhanam. See? So, Mama tu abhimato rama susadhyo jnana nishchayaha tayo jnanam tava proktam yogo yam prochate shuno. So out of these two, I have told you the knowledge. Now what is the knowledge? Let us remind ourselves. The knowledge is, this is called in Upanishad as the Laya Prakriya, the process of dissolving. See? Now external example we will take, then we will go subject to example, subject to practice. The wave is dissolved in the ocean and the ocean is dissolved in the water. Now if you have to understand it properly, we should be clear about it. What is wave and what is ocean? Because first the wave is dissolved in ocean. The wave is born, ocean is not born. Wave grows, ocean doesn't grow. Wave fights with other waves, ocean doesn't fight with any wave. And ultimately the wave dies, ocean never dies. See? So, wave is dissolved in the ocean means what? Wave is merely an appearance and ocean is the reality. See? Now we dissolve the ocean into the water. Ocean is assembly or collection of huge amount of water. Waves happen in the ocean. In water there are no waves. When we take a glass of water, we don't say, hey, get me a glass of ocean. No. So ocean is a name given to the water. Actual name is water, but the popular name is ocean. So first, in case of the wave and ocean, we have dropped the forms. Forms are created and destroyed. Ocean, no forms, no creation, no destruction. But then ocean got a name. So the water is named as ocean. Actually it is water only. So when we drop these two things, name and form, we come to the Nirvishesha Satta, the non-specific existence. This is the practice of knowledge. See? This is external example I gave you. Now come to the subjective example. The colors and forms are dependent on vision. Vision doesn't have colors and forms. So vision is the cause, colors and forms are the effects. So the effects always dissolve in the cause. So when we close the eyes, all the colors and forms of the universe, they are contained in our vision. See friends, so all the objects, Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha, all the five objects, they are contained in our sense organs. Avrutta chakshuhu amrtatvam icchan. The first spiritual practice for knowledge will be control your sense organs through wisdom. See? तस्मात् त्वम् इंद्रियाणि आदौ नियम्य भरतर्षभ. How important it is. Now, from the sense organs, we have to go to the mind. Mind is the seat of the raga dvesha. I like that color, therefore I will buy that color. I like that food, I will eat that food, not the other one. Who is telling? The mind is telling. Now, if we go to the mind, then mind will travel, so we have to go beyond the mind. Then practice discrimination at the intellect level or eye level. See? So we work on this. Now we no more are carried away by the likes and dislikes. See? We adjust wherever we are, whatever we are. Adjust. And then world is no more an issue for us. Worldly things, worldly beings. We don't struggle to please somebody. We don't want to hurt anybody. We are at peace with ourselves. See? So, mama tu abhimato rama susadhyo jnana nishchayaha. And thus we come closer to our own being. So, objects are dissolved in the sense organs are dissolved in the mind is dissolved in the eye, and the eye is dissolved in the absolute. How the eye is dissolved in the absolute? When asti nasti, is and is not, they are treated equally. Whatever is or whatever is not makes no difference. And that is our real nature. We don't have to do anything. Like whether red color or blue color, it makes no difference to the vision. Whether good sound or bad sound makes no difference to the ears. In the same manner, whether waking or dream or deep sleep or samadhi makes no difference to our essential self. And that is what we are. Hold on to that. Mamatu abhimato rama susadhyo jnana nishchayaha tayoho jnanam tava proktam yogoyam prochate shunu. So this is what knowledge I told you.